lights. Just practicing what it feels like to be in my space, to do some yoga vibes, see how it flows on the tube. Practicing what it feels like to be in space, to do some yoga vibes, and see how it looks on the tube. Oh, that's too cool. That's interesting. Maybe it's the signal. Well, you can at least follow along with me. It's so important to create a space that makes you or allows you to feel comfortable and free to express. Our creativity is one of the most important parts of our life. So before I truly get started, I'm going to give myself a bit of a tuning session. This is what I typically do for other people. And I'm going to do it for myself. This is my yellow solar plexus tuning fork. My root chakra. All right. Let me share this vibe. Got the sounds going in the background. I'm not sure if you can hear that. I'm gonna share this on my Facebook feed. Why not? So some things to think about. I'm not sure if you can read my board, but I wrote some pictures and suggested for you to follow my High Vibes Yoga 2020 YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting on there soon. Obviously, this way it would not be the best because my Zoom is connected to my Elite Motivation, and I don't want to create any difficulties for all that switching and activating and accessing. You know how that is. So I got my heart motivated, my waves being thoughtful, and my pyramid with some space. So if you notice, I have like a little triangular section over here for myself. So it's another way for me to feng shui my energy. And then the thing at the bottom is High Vibes Yoga 2020. Find me on YouTube. So I'm just gonna lay down and give myself some TLC. This is working on clearing my energy body. Help me be more flexible when I start my stretching asana practice. Helps me to remember how vibrational I am. So I'm just going over the solar plexus area. This is where we keep a lot of weight, especially when we hold our words. And as you can see, the truth that's inside of me that I have to hold a lot is interesting. So I always have to balance it. And plus, I'm healing. Body is healing. So it's preparation time. Now I'm going to do my root chakra. I've got 4 of the 7 chakra tuning forks. I plan on getting the other 3. I get them little by little. You know, easier to get adjusted to the new sounds, vibrations you're attracting into your life. It's always nice to take care of yourself and to let other people take care of yourself. This is the heart chakra. You can feel this, and I'm not even touching myself. Opening up my heart. Making space for those that have made space in their heart space. Aligning to my vibe of truth and integrity. Creating actions from the heart first to the mind and following, finishing in the stomach, allowing the gut to digest the intuition and resonate. And finally, the crown chakra. This one I'm going to do standing up because I need to do all around my head because this is the part of my body that's healing. And that's just a simple little healing vibes for yourself. I'm gonna move it out the way. Ooh, I got my sounds. Well, since we're on the floor, we'll begin on the floor. Fix yourself. Make sure your pants feel comfortable and stuff. This is Dandasana. I wonder if I should straighten up my. I like to see you like this, huh? Straighten up my. Takes time to even get this in. I want to do yoga, so just sit here. A way to help your back to stay straight and lengthen while you're flexing the feet. Put your arms behind you. Poke your chest out so you can open up that sternum, create some more space for your lungs to expand. And as you're stretching the feet, then exhale out. You want to make sure that You're not caving in on your shoulders. You're doing this. You want to make sure you're pushing your shoulder blades together. Opening up your muscles. Like flexing. You want to really pull your feet forward, tight, straight, pointing them. Like they're going to shoot you somewhere. And pull them back as much as you can, opening up the phalanges if you can, stretching out the pinky toe. Really opening up the body, pushing that forward. We're actually pushing it back, pushing the sternum forward, pushing the feet back, opening up the phalanges, pulling out those pinky toes, separating all of the feet. Taking our time to awaken this body, right? And our arms up over our head, slowly bending the arms to the toes, and then allowing your shoulders to come and pull yourself down. If you can keep reaching down, I always like to follow the sides of my feet and then slowly crawl my hands down so that I'm applying slow pressure to my back while I keep my feet straight. Allowing your shoulder blades to push open and away from the chest. And then you pull the elbows in. Release. Lengthen that back. And do it again. Slowly. And then when you're in this position, it's always nice to rock to the right a little bit. Let an arch, pull it, arch out. Use your right hand to pull the body more closely down because you're pulling yourself all the way to the right. And release. And then you're gonna pull all the way to the left. Switch your hands. The point of asana is not to always have to rush through the moves, but really just allow the ligaments and the muscles to extend and stretch, making them flexible. More flexible, more durable, more movable. You want to always remind yourself to bring mobility into your body. You have to use the totality of its ability. So slowly, right now, I'm just rolling the shoulders back, pulling them forward. Rolling the shoulders back, pulling them forward. While I keep my spine straight. You take a moment, stop right there, pull it back. Down, up to the ears, back to the shoulder blades, down on the shoulder blades, and back forward, falling down. And see if you're able to stretch more down. We're going to take our right leg, cross it over our left, folding it as such, bringing our left elbow over on the outside of our right knee and looking back, pulling the right arm behind you, looking behind you as much as you can, you want to pull this you want to pull this right leg out towards the left more as you're looking to the right. Arm straight. Release. And then you're going to switch to it on the left side, pulling the right elbow on the outside of your left knee, left hand behind the body. You can have your arm up or to the side, and then you want to look to the left, pulling the knee in, looking to the left as much as you can. Oh, and that's how you know you're moving the energy. Don't hold those things in, all right? That's what's The point of asana is to move that extra air out that doesn't belong there so that you can be more bendy. And if you keep all the way down, it's okay. Just practice bending at the hip and holding your hands. Don't force yourself. Push yourself. Then we're gonna bend our left leg, bring it to our groins, straighten our right leg, tighten it if you can. Open up, bring our arms down again. Take some deep breaths here. Allowing you to fold into the body deeper. Go, release, and then you can turn to the left. You're gonna bring your left arm and bring it over your head and stretch to your foot. Release, let go. We're gonna bend our right foot. Keep the left foot nice and straight. Put our arms over our head. And remembering to take those deep breaths. You're gonna come back up. You're gonna turn to the right. You're gonna bring your right arm up over your head and bending your right arm towards the left leg and grabbing the toe or the heel or the base of the foot and stretch. And then you can release yourself, wiggle your legs. How do you feel? I hope you're feeling amazing. Type it in the comments when you're done. Now we can lay down on our back. Now we're gonna stretch the insides of our legs, the inner groins, since we were stretching the bottom and the sides. So we're gonna open our legs up to butterfly while we're sitting here. You can push your legs down. If you don't reach the floor, it's okay. Mine don't reach the floor all the way. You wanna pull your heels in close to your groin as much as you can. Whatever works for you. Just stay here for a moment. If you want, you can bounce your legs, allowing the mobility to set in. The next thing you can do is we're gonna open our heart base. I believe this is like a Fisher's pose or something. I have not grasped the names 100% yet in my mind. But what you wanna do is you wanna pull your scupulas together, pushing out your shoulder blades, pushing out your sternum. If you want, you can bring your hands underneath your butt if you like, really opening that up. I'm grabbing like the inner parts of my thighs so I can really pull my chest up, pull that sternum to the ceiling. This is really good for those who are on the phone a lot. You want to really bring back some shape into your spine and do the inverted. Feels so good. Don't rush to come out of this. Pull those scupulas together. Woo. And then rest. Release. Itching the nose. And then you want to grab your feet with your hands while you're still in the butterfly position. The way I do it, I put my hands over my head so I can pull up. And then I press my knees down to the ground with pulling my feet together, allowing my scapulas to pull up. Shoulder blades pulling away from the ears, well, the shoulders, shoulders pulling away from the ears, not the blades so much. And you want to pull open this butterfly. This is going to help you spread open those legs more when you're in butterfly position, standard. Release, relax, and then I keep them together still and I pull my legs up. Your butt starts rising, that's cool. Great for the spine. Then I come into happy baby. You want to go to the left, go to the right. I absolutely love this one. And if you can, open up your right leg. Lengthening that, making it nice and strong. Make sure you're taking your deep breaths. Then you pull your left leg open, lengthen that. And then I release my feet, but still I put my elbows on the insides of where my knees are located, and I press down. It's like a laying down squat. This is kind of the position you'd be in for goddess, but standing up. So we're doing a laying down squat, goddess pose. You can lengthen your feet as well. Rotate here. This is helping to extend your ligaments, put some mobility into your body. Any of those stiff spots on your skin. And then I like to hold my knees, still bending, and I rock my pelvis so that I can really put some rotation into my femur bone. I always get it a crack. And I have one knee up, the other knee down. One knee up, one knee down. Still with our legs bent. This is for the mobility, flexibility. This really opens up the root. You can come up, pull up. Bring your knees together, hug them. You can lift up off your shoulders. Take a deep breath. Release. And keep your knees up. And you're gonna bring your right leg, right ankle to your left knee, bending the right leg. Then you're gonna grab the left thigh, pull it in. Do not pull the shoulders up. Remember to pull your shoulders down as much as you can. Taking those deep breaths. I hope your feet smell well. And if not, now you know what your feet smell like. Then you're gonna switch legs, putting your left ankle on top of your right knee, grabbing your right thigh with both hands, pulling shoulders down. See, I gotta remind myself too. So you're always gonna have to remind yourself we're doing multiple things here, you know. We're giving appreciation to the body. We're remembering posture. We're keeping ourselves present. We're flexing, pulling, stretching. I'm stretching, I'm pulling, I'm stretching. And you can rotate your knees, circular position, circular position. Now, opposites. So then next, you want to place your arms on the ground and you'll lift your butt up, straightening the legs, grabbing the back of your butt. Pull up your shoulders in if you can, straightening your arms, your legs. Then you're gonna bring your legs down in front of your head. Slowly, if you can. Touching the ground, releasing your back. Straightening your spine as much as you can. I like to go to the right and the left in this position. To the right. To the left. To the right again. Next, you're going to drop your knees to your ears. And this is an interesting position. Have fun with it. And release. You can come up into boat. I like to just like that. Keeping the spine straight, legs straight, up, shoulders down. Pulling the elbows straight. Everything. Release into butterfly. Relax. Now we're going to come forward. In that butterfly position, keeping our spine still straight. You can bounce those knees. I hope you feel a little bit more flexible now to do this. Okay. So now we're going to come forward, pulling on our feet together. I like to use my knees as a sense of direction. So to take a deep breath right here, hold in a little bit more. Keeping that spine straight, so you don't want to bubble it over. We're opening up the space in our spine. Each vertebra needs space. We sit a lot and we compress our spine a lot, and that's why we have a lot of back tension, and we always have to take some type of hot and cold stuff. So if we do more of this, you get less of the other stuff. I like to go a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. I'll release my hands, come down a little bit more. Face to the feet. I hope they smell good. My feet smell good. And come back up. Then you can go to the left. Let your right arm bend, come down, like you're trying to touch the ground. And back up. Left hand on the ground, right arm up overhead, bending. This really opens up that rotator cuff. And then you're going to pull the arms together from the back, stretching, pulling that sternum forward, shoulder blades down. And we're going to bring the arms up off the head, bending forward again. Please shake those legs. All right. Doing some hip openers today. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to open up these legs. So we're going to take our left leg, we're going to bend it, and then we're going to pull it open. Make sure you use the right hand to rest on the ground to keep your balance. Pull it open. So now you have an open leg. And then you want to try to pull it open a little bit more. Putting your left hand on the inside of your left leg, allowing the feet to go back. And then from there, you leg up. And that's how you can kind of sneakily get your leg open. Wider than you thought you could. Let me know in the comments what you thought about that move. Now you got your hips open. You want to make sure you're sitting on your sit bone. Okay? If you're not sitting on your sit bone, your back's going to bubble out. This is not on your sit bone. Stretching. This is your sit bone. So what we're going to do first is we're going to stretch to the right and then to the left and then to the middle. And you can do it. So I like to place my arms on my shins, slowly go to the right, allowing the arms to reach the toes. Once it gets to the toes, I'm going to the back of the toes. And then I'm going to lift the left arm up over my head, grasping for my toe. If you can't reach your toe, cool. Bring your right arm down if you want to be able to get more of a stretch, if you can. So good. So good. Then up and release, left arm back on the shin. Do the same thing, riding that shin, slowly gliding up to the toes, bringing up that right arm, pulling it over the head towards the toes, bringing the left hand down the side of the foot, grabbing. No, that's how you know I'm moving my energy. And I love it. So stretch more. And if you want, you can put both of your hands on the outside of your foot and really get really good deep stretch. And then you can look to the left. Ooh. If you were able to do that and you like that, you can feel free to come to the right and do the same thing on the other side. Now let go. Release. Now we're going to come in the middle. This is going to be fun. So remember, we want to make sure that we're engaging our pelvis. So you want to rock your pelvis forward slowly, right? Then bring your arms up over your head and then slowly come down a little bit more. Drop your hands on the ground. Now you have rotated your hip to open up nicely for you. If this is all you can go, stay here and go a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. Those of you that you can drop down onto your elbows, do that now. Come down onto our elbows. And we're gonna, you can clasp your hands, keep your arms like this, but I like to go a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. And if this is all you can go, stay here, keep practicing that right and left. And those of you that can go lower, you're gonna wanna stretch out your right arm, stretch out your left arm, and boom, you are deeper into that stretch. Opening the groin area. Woo. Do you feel the vibration? And if you want to go deeper, put your head down and stretch your arms out more. I'll come back up. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. How did that feel for you? I feel amazing. What you can do now, and still keeping yourself sitting on your sit bone, you're gonna put your arms backwards. You know, we want to do a lot of back stretching because, you know, we on our cell phones a lot. How I know? Because you're watching me right now. And how did you get to see me? Through your cell phone, most likely. So now we're gonna push our groin out more, our pelvis out forward more, so we can open it up more, just from the middle area. So we're gonna put our arms behind us, pull our sternum out, pull our stomach out, and you can feel the legs open. Now, that's amazing. You wanna bring your arms a bit more forward, a little bit more together towards scapulus. Put your head back. Whew, release. Release. Bring those legs together. I like to raise them up by the knees, my hands. Put them back together. Yep, you just did that. Kudos to you. So now we're gonna do some opposite stuff. We're gonna get on our knees. Give our groin area a little bit of a break, right? So we're gonna be in tabletop. What you can do is you can rest your foot, flex your foot, press down on toes. I'm getting you ready for something. So prepare yourself. Push down on them toes. Relax the foot. Relax the foot. Push on those toes. Raise up on the knees if you can. Boop. So we raise tabletop. Down. Relax the toes. Flex the toes. Push on the toes. Up. Then you're gonna lift your hands up, resting on those toes that we started flexing. I told you I was getting you ready. I hope you're ready, because we're gonna sit here like this for a couple of seconds. How long can you last resting on your toes? You wanna bring your legs together just a little bit. We are resting on our toes. Really stretching our phalanges. You know, this bone goes all the way down to here, you know. So it's the same thing for the toes. So you really want to apply that pressure so they can wake up, let them know. You're doing some work there too. I know you're there. Phalanges. Gotta stretch those metacarpals and those metatarsals. Ooh. Are you done practicing that yet? Give it 5 more seconds. Go ahead and release back onto tabletop. Now you're gonna flatten those toes and sit down. Now you know why. Got you ready for that. I hope you appreciate that. So we're in this position. You just move your shoulders. Bring your arms together in the back. Open up that sternum. Pulling the shoulders down. Looking up innocently at the sky. I love you, sky. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to look at you. You gotta bring some humor into your day, you know. We are the stillness. Come back a little bit more. How does that feel? Oh, yeah. Now you're gonna lower yourself down, raise your arms over your head, head to the mat. Take some deep breaths. Relax the hands to the side. Put them in the front first if you like. Open them up into a little bit of child's pose. Then put your hands on the side. Let's rest a little bit. This is resting child's pose. We've been doing a lot. Good amount. Then you want to put your arms forward to an extended child's pose. Pulling the arms away from the body so that those scapulars are getting pulled on, shoulder blades. And you're gonna lift up into cobra. Oh yeah, how does that feel? Pull the shoulder blades back, tighten up the butt if you can. The head back. A less intense pose is Sphinx. Get the elbows on the ground. Now we're gonna pull back a little bit, lift your feet up, push back a little bit. As we're gonna extend our arm. I don't know how much you can see this, but we're gonna put our right arm over here on a diagonal, like that. Put the left arm, hold it like this, right angle. And you're gonna lift the left leg up over the butt. Release, and then do the other side. And you're gonna release. Put your hands in front of you. Lift up into plank. Up into down dog. When I'm in down dog, I like to go to the left and I like to go to the right. To the left, to the right. Some of y'all might not be able to have your feet touching the ground, which is cool because you want to stretch those Achilles heels. I know I can. So since I'm here, I gotta go into dolphin. Let me fix myself a little bit. I'm gonna go dolphin. I'm gonna go deeper so I can stretch my heels more. So you came back up with me. We're gonna go from palm tree up in the sky, bending back, down, forward fold, bending the knees just slightly. Walk forward. Back to down dog, open those legs a little bit more. Mat width apart. Then if you're ready to go into dolphin, you're gonna bring your elbows down to the ground. As you can see, my heels have raised off the ground. So I can push them down. Spend time pushing them down, pelvis in the air, heels down, spine straight. Deep breaths. Shoulders away from the ears. This helps get you ready for handstand. Release, child's pose, extended child's pose. Up into tabletop. We're gonna extend our left arm up into the sky. Pulling it back, look up at it, look up at it, look up at it. Now down underneath your arm, resting the head and tilting it away from the shoulder. Keeping the hips straight. Right arm at a 90-degree angle. Taking those deep breaths. Come back up. Right arm up. Down through the arms. Shoulders away from the ears. Oh my God, this is one of my favorite positions. It opens up that neck area. gets those top vertebrae. And up, back into a downward dog. And then we're gonna do a puppy fire hydrant. So we're gonna put a left leg up in the air. Still pushing back. And then you're gonna drop the left leg behind you. And then you're gonna let it dip back, opening up the hip, keeping the arms straight, neck pulled down, taking deep breaths. Then you're gonna come back, pull it forward to the wrist, back to downward dog. And do the same thing on the other side. Right leg up, arms straight, drop that knee, let it fall. Opening up the hips, pelvis. Woo, that was amazing. Drop to the wrists, back to downward dog, to cobra. Pulling the shoulders away from the ear. Release. Relax. Whew. How are y'all feeling? So we did a lot of stuff on our arms and our wrists. So we're going to do some opposites. Top of the hands pull together and then bring the elbows down. Yeah. Then rotate the wrists up, elbows bring them down like this, elbows to the side. And then arms to the back, poking that chest out. Release, rotate the hands, the wrists, whichever modality that you can, make sure you go back and forth, allowing all of the body to make its movements so that you know that you are valuable, you are resourceful, you are full of abundant flexibility, you are agile, you are free. You are free to be. You are free to be. Woo, this feels amazing for my wrists. Make sure you wiggle those phalanges while you're out of it. Don't forget about the thumb line. It matters. This is how we relieve ourselves from any carpal tunnel issues. You have to create multiple uses of your body so that it doesn't become restricted and molded to your everyday lifestyle. Make sure that your body is molded to flexibility and mobility. Body is molded to flexibility and mobility. Now you can take the arms, cross them around each other, lift up. An easier way to do this is to release, going forward, like that, turn, and then up. Okay, now we're going to do some standing before we wrap this up. Let's see. How long have we been doing this for? Oh gosh. Oh. We've been here for an hour, y'all. We've been doing some yoga. Okay. So we're just gonna do some warrior poses to balance. So let's do warrior 1, warrior 2, warrior 3, up. Put your arms here, put your arms here, put your arms here, and then stop. And you can switch, right leg back, left leg forward and bent, raise arms up over the hips, up to the head, keeping arms straight, pulled up to the ceiling, then to the side, palms facing down to warrior 2, and then we're gonna pop up into warrior 3. Here, and then if you'd like to grab that back leg, come to dancer. Don't come to the foot. Come into tree pose. Turn around with you. Release. And other foot for tree pose. And end it in dancer. Come. That's some rising yoga. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed your stretch. Tune in next time.